Okay. So while the ad's playing, I will probably just do a little bit of gathering up, hanging around, running around town. I think I last left it off. Still in the middle of starting the day. I've got everything going. The time hasn't passed, so it's not evening yet, so pretty sure I've gotten a bunch of other stuff started. I just haven't done a day in the shop yet. So while ads are going, I'll just run around and gather some things. Maybe look for people. Anybody hanging out anywhere to talk to? Doesn't look like it. Cows, they don't have cheese. Not yet, anyway. We got. Oh, you have something over there, though. Got a dragon's leaf. Sure, I guess I can just take. Drop down. Door? Can I open this door? No. Fine. Open this door, please. More green crystals, baby. What we like. Yeah, let's see. Oh, right, I was gonna go talk to the Sphinx over here. The tiger melon. On the way. I don't think her benefit is harvest related, but even if it is, it's just a few tiger melons, that's fine. I'm not gonna sweat it. I need to figure out some solutions to sleeping. I'm not doing it right, apparently. Okay. Okay. Nice. Okay. And there's some crystals. Berries while I'm over here. Hey. Welcome back from the ends. Like I said, I've just running around gathering, harvesting stuff while the ads are going. You're not gonna miss a lot there. It's the kind of stuff that's just, you know, busy work and clicking on things. Not super relevant to much, but I mean, you know, it's not really content you're missing out on too much. I need to need to sit down and at some point tonight figure out the like the part number for my controller and get a replacement battery so I can swap those out, because the battery is clearly busted. I wonder if maybe that's what's causing the weird wireless connection thing as well, constantly. I mean, hopefully it's not the other way around and there's some fundamental flaw that the Bluetooth connectivity is breaking the batteries. I don't know. I'll look into it. For now, I'll just find a replacement battery. My other goal was to fix up the old Nintendo Wii U Pro controller, but it required a lot more work at this point. Do I have another produce to put here? The night blushberries there, maybe? Sure. Wisp is gonna run here and try to like put stuff in there and be like, hey, wait a minute. Can't do that, because it's full now. Alright, so I've got all the oozes back here. What's up, Teddy? A bunch of jams and stuff here, some buzz, berry buzz. Put another double shelf there. Do I have any other products to put on shelves? I mean, I could park just about anything there. Let's see. Not enough there. Let's see. Shelf. Wait. Oh, I'm a doofus. E display. Another small shelf over there. Basically a shopping island here. Let's see. So some buzz there. Do I have any other? Do I have the Moonberry Nightshade Jam out already? Night Blush Jam. Wait, did I get the other potion thing? Potion of speed, endurance, high potion of health. Did I already? Yeah, okay, I did. I already got that up there. Then jam, I guess, would be. Yeah. Yeah. I'll put that back. Do I have... Ooh, there's a little chunkiness there. That... Okay, hold on, let me... that's probably from me not, like, starting things or streaming. Which I've found out on higher end stuff seems to actually do something as opposed to... wait a minute. The jam pot is different now. Did it reset what I had in there, maybe? Emberberry. Okay. I can't... you know... I bet what happened is... this particular pot was marked with something from the previous... Well, so the pot design previously, I'd already loaded it up. And maybe the model change over has made it like kind of default back, or maybe the new version doesn't have a little marker on it. Although I would assume it would have some sort of animation to it. Oh. We'll see tomorrow. Like, it could just be an issue of that model changing between saves. So I got that. Might as well match the market price, and put milk there. Wait a minute. I've got the field journal there. I don't have a shelf for the other book, right? Yeah, not. We'll put those up. There we go. Hey. Match market price. Okay, that should be fine. Oh, okay. What's up, bear? This is exactly how I feel currently. Wait, can I not open these? Okay, I can. Like, wait, can I not open windows? Why is this window closed? I remember it always being open. Moves. Bye. Bam. See, now I can at least keep a better eye on that stuff. Which means I can buy more bows. I know they need to be refilled. 25, 600. All the berries. 20. Sorry. I always make the critical mistake of kind of like folding my legs up when I sit down, kind of crossing my legs a little bit, and then I immediately regret it within 5-10 minutes. And it's just, I don't know, something about my body wants to like not stretch out all the time, or I'm not like stretching my legs out to sit. I don't know. It's just I very frequently end up like adjusting it in the chair and then like immediately like being like, oh yeah, wait, that new position not gonna work out. I don't know. It's just like constantly trying to get my body to feel comfortable, and it doesn't ever. Hey, exact change. What we like to see. Ocean. Go. Let's see if I can. I don't. $250. Nice. We got anything else that needs restocking? Axes are low. I think the big swords are out. Let's see. That and you restock these. Okay. There we go. Nice. Welcome on in, monkey. Yeah, just kind of doing some chill shopkeeping. Relaxing for the day. It's kind of one of those drearier, cooler, like, I think there's supposed to be rain all tonight and into tomorrow or something. Initially, they said there was supposed to be like 2 inches by like through Thursday, but we'll see what happens there. I thought I'd sneak in a little bit of something. Like, actually do the thing that I've been meaning to do for the past several days, and like do some like sort of quote-unquote midday streaming. $9. How goes the office today, monkey? 57 to a milli. Must have already paid off the other 2 bills for the day, which is fine. 10. I need to get one of those like neck heat massagers. 'Cause, oof. Oh dang. I mean, you have said that like your department's pretty small, so yeah, that probably checks out. They probably consider you that, at least not on paper, but you know, as far as the office is concerned. Hey, that's cool. $55.6. Up. 25, 6. Go. $150. I haven't been like super watching on the item front out here. 5, 3. Order purchase a crate of those and a crate of these. All right, sorry. Trying to get things done. It is. Yeah, I definitely can't get that out of your head now that like I've heard that. It's just like, oh, that bit does sound very much on that melody. Ooh, excuse me. I have been like very good at just yawning constantly. The minute I start talking, I think just yawn. Let's see. Good potion of these. We got anything else that needs restock? Axes I just rebought. Probably could restock them anyway though. Oh, I didn't buy those, right? Those are the untreated produce from the pile over there, from the store, or the gardening stuff rather. All right. I do kind of want to maybe we can put the custom produce in its own little spot. Let's display. Buy 2 of these. want to put them against the wall because I will probably put more other shelves along there. This way I can kind of just like double up on let's put it like here maybe? From like here and then the back side of it as well. Although I will probably need more produce for those racks over there. Start putting the custom stuff in separate locations. I'll need to move this stuff and then place it with other things, but this too, really, because I don't know if I'll grow just regular emerald leaf. Do we? Could just buy more. Let's see. I kind of want to buy more, or buy rather some cheese borrowed. Seven. And then maybe another gin bottle? Yeah, yeah. It is a little chunky because I've, like I said, I did not I didn't put like any sort of, or I didn't restart my computer or anything before I started streaming, so for all I know, it's like any chunkiness on my end is just for me not restarting before I started streaming. I gotta remember to do that more often, just because with the newer computer now, like, it doesn't take very long to restart, so I can easily just, you know, pop that in before I start streaming. But it's just one of those things, like, I do not get in the habit of just restarting my computer out of the blue. It actually seems... it actually seems like laggier in the game than it does on the OBS preview window. Okay. Let's see. Honey. I do have some honey somewhere. I would say that it's not too bad to get out and, like, go gather things, especially on if you go start the day and you spot one of the folks in the like characters that are out there in the world that kind of give you boons. Like, if you spot one of them and you use that day to, like, gather some of that stuff, you're usually pretty far enough ahead that you're not going to sell it all out on the shelves. You're not going to blaze through it too quickly in your produce stuff, unless you have like a lot of stuff manufacturing each day. But even then, like, there's enough deposits out there. Like, if you get say you get one that says, like, you get X amount more produce, or what do they say? Is it like agricultural gathering? There's the one that's specifically for gathering plants. There's enough bushes out there in the wild that you can always, like, you will have gathered so much if you go and collect all that stuff that you will have days and days and days of selling the stuff, manufacturing the stuff, like turning it into other things, like you will have plenty of material to work with for, like, I haven't even like really gone out of my way, and I have 1,000 ghostberry just sitting around in my inventory, in my storage. And like, even if I ran out of ghostberries, then I could be like, okay, well, I've got 200 of these and 100 of these, and like I think I have like 500, 300 of these, and so it's like, even if you focus on trying to burn through a stockpile of one of these berries, if you've gone out and harvested a bunch in those days, you will have so much other material to work with that it's not too bad. You can, in fact, I would almost suggest that's probably the easiest way to do it, is just wait till one of those people shows up, and then you can go and do your shopkeeping, like work the shop, and then afterwards you can go, okay, now I'll go gather stuff, and then I'll save it for the day. You can kind of do that as like the last thing before you shut the game off for the night. Like you're gonna quit, you can go like, okay, well, I've talked to this person, I have a, you know, mineral resource gathering game boon for the day, so I will go out after the shop for the night and just go mine up all the rocks, and you know, you'll have plenty of ore to work with for days and days and days and days. Probably long enough till the next person shows up that will give you another boon of some sort. Shelf. So I think it gives you enough. Oops. I stuck the honey in the wall. Well, I guess I can use this, since I have them right here. I guess my only, like, I guess gripe, quote-unquote, with it is that some of the materials don't have, don't have any other recipes or anything for them yet. It's mostly, like, the scales. It doesn't seem like they have any other use at the moment. So you, like, can harvest all these scales and they don't seem to do anything. You can just sell them, but maybe there's some other recipe I haven't seen just yet. But at least the first time around, it didn't seem like there was. But that's also probably just a thing that the developers, like, always working towards, is like having more stuff to make, which is kind of why the like farming has a sort of different elements to it that you can work with. In other words, you can kind of turn all the, you can have these alternate forms of carrots that are all also infused with all the crystal types in the area, so that produces largely like a wide variety of other produce that you can also sell. And that's probably just a thing that will get added into other things, like, oh hey, you can probably, maybe there's cooking in the future where you can cook meals that use all these different varieties of things. You know, maybe there's some sort of weapon crafting in the future where you can make weapons using some of these ores or some of the crystals or some of the scales, and just like, or you know, maybe there'll just be more advanced recipes where you'll make weapons with the ore and the scales and the crystals, you know, etc., etc. But the other upkeep stuff, like the harvesting stuff, like I said, is just a thing. It can, if you set yourself out to do it every single day, it'll be way too tedious to like go and harvest everything every day. Like, I think it would, if you set out with that goal, it would probably take away from the game. And so you should honestly only sit down to do it on the days where you get that extra buff for doing it. Therefore, you can like, I will load up today, hit everything, and get even better benefits from it. Milk. Unabused. Milk. My lactomancy has gone up. I'm lactoing a storm. But yeah, this will be for more of this custom stuff. Let's see. Should I take that off there now? No, because I don't have I don't have the other rest, the other produce. I don't think. Yeah. Yeah, I would need to get the next upgrade produce. I should have enough of these like popping up in the next couple of days that we can fill that up pretty quick. Man, I wish. But yeah, I think that the foam in the bed is not like particularly comfortable in my sleep to where I get restful sleep. So that's probably part of the problem. Hey. Yeah, that's true. It is the music's definitely kind of sets you up for that. Like the gameplay loop itself is like, you know, stress-free. The only thing you have to worry about maybe is just kind of getting all your stuff set up. Because I assume that there's not really any goal to kind of automate that kind of thing, like setting up your production machines, quote unquote, your devices. Like all that stuff's gonna be stuff you manually do. I think I have enough milk to refill it all the way, but I will get it started. Yeah, well, and some of it though, like some of these things, like you don't have to throw all this stuff in every day. It's not, especially, I guess especially early on, like you're not having enough shoppers come through that they're going to buy up the entire stock that's going to get manufactured. Yeah, like, and that's kind of a lot of farm simulators. A lot of farm simulators are, one second, let me adjust, because I cannot, I need to adjust in my seat again. I think a lot of farming simulators, first off, like, you know, you're gonna have I mean, yeah, I would say Stardew Valley, well, you know what, though, I would say I think part of the problem is that, like, casual gamer, if you're, like, really casual, part of it is that Stardew Valley kind of builds off of things like Harvest Moon, and there was a lot more gamification in that stuff. Like, especially in Harvest Moon, where, like, you didn't have shortcuts in the... I want to say, like, the original Harvest Moon, like, didn't have shortcuts in the mine, so you... Like, I believe the layouts always stayed the same. So long as you found the dungeon, like, floor downwards, it would be you would always just go and find it again, but you'd have to, like, remember where it is for each floor. And so you'd have to get in this habit of constantly going, like, okay, it's over here, okay, it's in this section, it's on this section, it's here, it's there. And especially early on, like, your energy level was, like, trash garbage, and there was no... I don't think the original Harvest Moon had any easy way for you to get that health back. Like, you could later unlock the hot spring, but you'd have to, like, go out, go back to the hot spring, sit there for a little while, then go back in, and I think you'd only do it a couple times a day. It was a lot more tedious than people maybe remembered it to be. So, like, Stardew Valley is still more of a casual form of that game. But there is more relationships and energy meters, and, like, there's more to manage maybe than most people. Like, this game, you know, you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. You can practically fly. Yeah, and I feel like outside of Harvest Moon, that, like, genre really wasn't that big of a thing until Stardew Valley came around, and then when Stardew Valley hit and became popular, then there was this, you know, giant renaissance of other farming type games. I mean, the alternative was, like, you know, the Farmvilles and your, like, really casual apps and that, you know, that kind of stuff that's very, you know, practically like a clicker game, essentially. But, like, you had Harvest Moon, and then kind of moved on to Rune Factory as sort of, like, those were, like, the primary movers in that genre until Stardew Valley came out, and then you went, you know, then you had, like, Story of Seasons, which was basically just the Harvest Moon people in a new studio. What am I doing? I've gotten to the point where I am yapping more than I am oring, feeding the furnaces. But yeah, it's... I think some people may have just, like, undersold, or I guess maybe oversold, Stardew Valley is as more casual than it actually is. Like, it's still casual, but it's not... It is, yeah, it's not, like, as casual as, like, an Animal Crossing, where you can kind of just... where you can kind of just do things. Now, Animal Crossing is, like, this, because it's tied to, like, you know, like, real-time clock. It's a lot harder to goof up a day, more or less. Because you could theoretically start up Stardew Valley and then, like, not pause it, or Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, you could end up just distracted enough, or just not get the game paused properly, or something. Like, you could easily end up goofing something up in Stardew and like waste a bunch of time, and then like that day is gone. Not that there's like a huge loss for the day, but you would still kind of be like, oh man, I wasted a bunch of time today because I didn't go to the XYZ, or I went here first and now that guy's closed. It's just like, well, it's, Animal Crossing still does have some of that, at least. Like, it still has. Like, I'm trying to remember if. Um, well, it had it more. Earlier versions had a lot more of it when you, like, had specific days where things would not be open and specific hours for things. I mean, it still does have hours, but since it's tied to a real-time clock, like, it is a lot easier to briefly pop into the store for 15 minutes if you're talking about several hours in a day versus, 10 minutes in a game day hour, an hour long game day, or not even that long, 30-minute game day or whatever. Ready to harvest those. See, that gave me 96, which is like 2 full stacks in the inventory. So that will last long enough that I will have plenty more, like a decent amount of that stuff to sell for days ahead while the next batch is growing, more or less. Let's do Emerald Leaf. Okay. Yeah, it sort of it created a lot more crossover from essentially what was. Oh no! Put this down. Drop. It essentially kind of bridged that gap between people who grew up with those games and may have moved on to like harder games or more complex things, while also like giving people who grew up with more casual stuff like something to also step up to. Did I had? I'm pretty sure I had other. Did this? Oops. Wait. Oh. Hold on, do I have another? Oh, I do have the other thing. I'm being a doofus. This is. This is from that. I believe. I could stick these over here. That's fine. Let me get another shelf out real quick. Small shelf. We'll put the mystical things next to the potions, because that's pretty similar genres, you know? Some big money in moon crystals. Okay, I could have swore I made more. I'll make some more shard stuff here. Did I maybe not start it? Because that's also a possibility. I may have forgotten that these things are up on the walls and not harvested all the. Oops. Not set up the the thing properly. Set up this. Oh, look, do I have... Okay, it's not in there. Okay, so it is... So I have placed the honey... I've placed all these before. So honey glow, autoboundium. Okay. Okay. Maybe I... Just emerald leaf. Maybe some more of the autobandium. That's fine. Okay. I need to look and see. Can I buy another bag to put stuff in? 'Cause I know you can buy these. I buy a bag. Oops, wrong thing. I buy a bag. Not yet. Okay. It could be in the upgrades that I haven't hit yet. Let's produce glitched carrots, you say? Well, that's pretty cool. I dig the glitched carrots being like random colors. And it doesn't seem like any of them are quite the same. Maybe those two. But yeah, they're just like... Fine sock from... Oh no. My Homestar Runner knowledge has been rusted over time. I need to get some more seeds, though. Casting my spells on these pots. Yeah? Okay. Someday I'll go back to, like, rewatch some of those. I think it's like a lot of the mid-era ones where maybe I missed some time. I'll carry this in. Okay, do I only have that? I probably need some more earthbud seeds, would be my guess. Oof. That is so chunky going right there. Hold on. What else is still open? That's open. Just seeing if I can, like, close out anything that is kind of getting in the way to help out. I probably should have just restarted, but, you know. That's fine. I can live with it. We need to start the day. Oh, yeah. don't have more of those to plant anywhere. I'll wait till I buy the next produce upgrade to move any of this stuff. Oof. It's the light source. Just kind of gets the game lagging for me. But like I said, it's just me not having restarted the computer. Okay. So I think I have, yeah, my today's bills are $533 and infinitely 33 cents. I will be paying off those infinite 33 cents forever. Did I... the quivers I could probably buy a crate of. Ooh, and these things, the blues. Blue dudes. Blue dude group. Yeah, that's fine. That seems... Wait, what is... No, not enough money for that. Okay, that's fine. Ad break will start in about 3 minutes. Repeating, of course, yeah. Is that from the... That's from the Leroy Jenkins thing, isn't it? Just making sure my brain remembers references properly. It's like them at the very beginning, like talking about their chances of survival or chances of it winning or working properly. I remember the days of like crawling into that whelp room and having to like do that properly in World of Warcraft. You had to like inch along, you grab one mob and move along, and then pull it into the room behind it, and having to fight 2 or 3 whelps at a time, and the good old days of World of Warcraft. And 2 cents. But you don't like my glitch carrots? Come on. Come on, shoppers, buy the glitch carrots. Oops. What if the glitch carrots are like those jelly bean dare game things, and so they could be like any random amount sort of flavors, and so you're buying these carrots to put into a meal, but you know, you don't ever know what flavor they're gonna be. Or I guess you would have an idea of like what good flavor and what bad flavor they are. Hey. Oh, no, like that. Right. Okay. Let's see. Do I have anything that needs restocking? We look all right so far. I definitely should have looked around to see if there was any folks hanging around before I started the day, but oh. There we go. Hold on, let me pause real quick. Let me adjust this chair again. Okay, I'm trying to like get it to where I can sit and turn my head to the left, because if I'm sitting and turning my head to my right, that's when we get a problem. When did we? Wait, is it? Okay, no, it's windowed. It was acting like it was like full screen. And... My massage gun is not within reach. I can't like hit myself with the some shoulder relaxation. Okay. Okay. Done. Gotta keep an eye on. Okay. We are out of bows. Probably stock this. Hold on. What are you doing in here? Random dog show up. What do you think you're doing? Huh? What do you think you're doing? Don't sniff around underneath there. I don't need you getting messing with power cables or anything. You're accidentally turning stuff off. Hey! Stop it. Dork. Big dork. That's also about like kind of setting up all your crafting things. That's kind of why I stuck all that stuff in the house over there. That way, either before I like go to bed or like, start the day, I know I can look at all the things and know that I need to refill them. And so it does give me, at the very least, it gives me like a visual idea of what needs to be done if I want to have those things going. And it also kind of limits the amount of space I have, 'cause, you know, that little house area is not particularly big. So at least gives me an idea like, hey, this is how big my manufacturing core is going to be. Granted, you can put it in the shop, you can put it outside, put that stuff just about anywhere, but currently I just have it in the house there because it's just more convenient that way. Regular carrots. I don't know if anybody's bought any glitched carrots. I don't think they have. The glitched carrots are just too much for people. 31. Okay, so restock these. Fine. These. I might as well restock these. Cheap. Oh, right. I also need to bills. Chunkiness. Then, let's see, we got light blush jam. I think we've still got a decent those. That I would have to like grow normally, I guess. Let's purchase those and a crate of these. Crate of these. Okay. Should be. Oh. But. Yeah, that is definitely getting chunky. Oh. OBS is screaming at me. Hold on. Ooh. What I might do is I might pop off for a little bit, because just so I can kind of try to get some more relief on my back before Rocket League stuff happens, and then I can probably do more of this after that. Do a little bit more Rocket League before the night ends, or sorry, a little bit more Teddies before or after night after Rocket League, but that way I can restart the computer and have it running better. Have it not like crawling to a halt, basically. Oh, did I miss this? But yeah, it's definitely like chunking up more. I mean, so I guess if you would like continue to go the magic route, I would imagine that you could do something along the lines of this wand for like AoE mining and harvesting. Like you could essentially cast the spell on a group of things and just have it like tick on its own. Because it would make more sense to go that like magical route, and so maybe you could summon a swarm of fairies that would like pick fruit for you, or maybe some tiny gremlins that would mine the rocks for you, that kind of thing. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I haven't, since I made the mistake of starting stream but not resetting the computer ahead of time, so it is definitely like a big, it is definitely a big difference between restarting the computer and not restarting the computer. Like being able to run it at the highest settings, rather. So yeah, I'm gonna save. I'm gonna like hop off. I'm gonna like do a quick computer reboot, and then like I will probably be back on later for Rocket League stuff, and then maybe some more Teddies after that. See if I can get some more of this ache off of my back, because my neck and my back are just bleh. My neck, my back. Neck and my back. But yeah, I gotta remember from now on. I think part of the problem was just me, was also me sitting down and messing with the Epic Store stuff for Rocket League before I started streaming. So I was like sitting around like trying to fix that stuff, and then just went from that like right into stream. So my brain didn't like go, oh yeah, you should probably also restart after doing all that nonsense. Yeah, you could always do like, you know, summon a pickaxe that just does it for you, and you can just go around and, you know, tap all the rocks and like have a floating pickaxe just do the mining for you, or, you know, maybe a basket and a knife that goes around to collect the berries, or some sort of thing like that. If you're like gonna like have some sort of magical means of harvesting stuff like that. I just saved it, so I'll next time I start up, I will like finish all this stuff up, go harvest some more milk, I guess, and then call it a day. But yeah, let me get hop off, and I'll be back. I'll be back later. I'm still full of yawns, and I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna get some caffeine or something before I get to Rocket League and that stuff. But yeah, thanks for popping in and hanging out real quick. Short stream, but I will be back later. Later on. Later.